Hey y'all, it's Eli with Cooking for Everybody. Back tonight with a real easy recipe. I don't know if you guys ate this a lot growing up like I did, but something you're going to want to try if you didn't. Salmon patties. So if y'all have never had salmon patties before, it's really simple. It's just a can of salmon or 2 cans of salmon if you're trying to make 4 patties. Breadcrumbs takes about a cup. I've got some Italian and some panko in here just to mix it up a little bit. We're going to use 1 egg per can, so I've got 2 eggs here. Half of an onion. This is a sweet Vidalia onion, the best kind you can get. Some green onions, these are just for color. Salt and pepper, and then I've got a slice of white bread here. If it's not thick enough to stay together, that'll help us make everything cook right. First, you just got to prep everything. I like to cut the vegetables first because most people like to dig the bones out of the salmon before you cook them, so your hands are going to get pretty messy. Now you just got to open up your salmon if you haven't already. This stuff is full of liquid, so it's best to try to wring it out a little bit before you use it. You can just try to dump it in your hands if your hands are big enough and wring it out that way. Now we're just picking through, making sure we got all the skin and the bones out. It's totally edible. A lot of people just don't like the texture of the skin and the bones. Probably pretty good for you. Okay y'all, after you've got all your bones picked out, if that's what you want to do, you want to go ahead and season it with salt and pepper. Don't go crazy here with any other seasonings. You got to keep this authentic old-fashioned. Go ahead and add in your eggs, 1 for 1 can, 2 for 2 cans. Now it's time to get messy. You really got to mix this up with your hands. There's no way to get it all incorporated very well with a spatula or a spoon. Add in your breadcrumbs. Once you've got everything mixed up, it's time to see if you can make patties out of it. Make them whatever size you want. Just form them in just like you're making a hamburger. And the way to tell if they're going to hold together is you pick it up, and if it holds its shape, you're ready. We're not ready, so I'm going to add just a little bit of water. Alright, now it's holding its form, it's ready to go in the skillet, so make the rest of them. We'll head over to the stove. No man left behind. We've got our plate of salmon patties. We're going to head over to the stove. Alright y'all, here's the oldest trick in the book. Make sure your oil is nice and hot. It's sizzling, so we're good. Now you're just going to add in your patties one by one. Be careful because they could still fall apart on you. So I can only fit 4. We're going to let them cook maybe 4 minutes per side until they get nice and brown, have a little crust on them. And then we're going to flip them another 4 minutes. Be good to go. Alright y'all, it's been 4 minutes. Time to pull these puppies out. Perfect. Alright y'all, once you've got everything out of the skillet, drained a little bit of grease off of it, I like to plate it up this way. It makes me feel a little bit better about it. Some lettuce. Ever since I was little, I've been eating this with ketchup on it, so that's what I'm going to do tonight too. Alright, time to dig in. I don't know if you can hear the crunch. It's delicious, it's perfectly salty. Got a little crust on it, it's awesome. If you guys have never tried this recipe before, you definitely need to. Real simple, cost about $6 to make. Took me maybe 15 minutes from opening the cans to having them finished. Definitely something I would recommend you try out for a weeknight meal. Now everybody get to cooking.